Represent me.
Hey, how are you?
Harold, what would you like? What are we doing?
Just today was the day we're going to come back for the mental health evaluation, and they just sent it to me this morning. Haven't had a chance to read all of it. They did say he was competent, but I still think something's right with him. I talked to him.
So get a second opinion. You know, if you need money for a second evaluation, I'll give you money.
And I don't know. I mean, it might be he's competent, but just something's not correct, with our thinking and reasoning when I was.
Are you able to communicate with them?
And which, for instance,
Limited fashion or something, or what?
Sorry?
In a limited fashion?
no, he can communicate. Just for instance, I was just told, well, I just want to go ahead and work it out because then I'm going to hire an attorney. We're going to get them all dismissed later. And no,
Yeah, it
if
doesn't
we're
work.
gonna if we're gonna do this, we got to do it now. We have to decide we're going from now. And
That's the, I want to get out as quick as possible and then
kind of, but that was a little more than that, though. Just,
to talk to him.
I guess it would be a safe thing. Just explain to him what's going on.
Do you mind bringing out Mr. Flores? Do you need a translator?
No, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Flores. How are you?
Good today.
Good. The reason that you are still in custody is that we gave you a PR bond and you take off. You don't come back to court. This has not happened but once. It has happened already multiple times. So that's why I can't just continue to give you PR bonds. When you do, you just take off. The only thing I need you to understand is that, when you plead guilty to something, it sticks with you forever. You cannot try to plead guilty to something, get out and try to change it or do this or do that. This is when you do this, when you accept a plea bargain, it stays.
Judge, Your Honor, I'm truly sorry for what I've done, like my whole life. I just asked for another PR bond. I'll make it to court. I actually call my mom, see if I could stay with her until she drops me off at court, and whatever they say from there, if I'm guilty or not guilty, I'll plead guilty. Or if I'm innocent,
Where
I'll
are you
plead
living
innocent.
now?
My mom stays in Tomball now.
No. Are you living on the street or are you living?
I'm homeless, but I've actually talked to my mom, and me and her actually going into a good relationship now,
Did you just get picked up?
like mother and son. And yeah, like they caught me at the airport, and
Look, I don't want you to talk about the case. The thing is that I don't want to continue to give someone a PR bond if you're just going to go to the streets. The streets are not a safe place.
I won't go back to the street. The streets
I know.
aren't for me anymore, man. Like I don't want to be in the street. I don't want to be homeless anymore. And I've talked to my mom. She's doing real good, and she actually wants me to be around, pay the bills, and and own a house of my own.
Let's do this. Why don't we do a TRAS to see how we go forward? Because I don't know, and we can have the clinicians evaluate them to see how we go forward.
First,
If you want to do an independent one, I'm happy to give you money for you to do it. Or like I would suggest is just do a TRAS to see where do we go? Because I don't know, but having clinicians talk to him might be the best way to go to see how we go forward. Because the problem is, Harold, is if we just throw him out to the streets, we're throwing him out to the wolves. If he doesn't have a place to go to, or just, Whereas if we have a TRAS, we can try to get down to what the true issue is and why it keeps happening, and then we'll figure out a plan, So you just let me know whatever you want to do. I'm happy to do it.
So just when we do the TRAS, we just set that up with the CLO, or
Yeah, so we'll have Shatori set it up and we'll do it. We can expedite it so it gets done within the next couple of days, so he's not just lingering.
As his competency is also good then?
Yeah, competent. Yeah,
Birth?
so we can get it done. And then that'll really tell us, perhaps he needs to be in mental health court. I don't know. But that's what we can get the TRAS for.
so what do you think, Judge, 2 weeks or?
No, not even a week. A week. Okay, thanks. All right, Mr. Flores. Hi, Ricardo.
Hey, Judge.
this is Miss McCoy.
Hello, sir. How are you?
So, Ms. McCoy, let's talk about something funny.
Okay.
Actually, it's not very funny, but it's actually quite sad. Your lawyer came to me, was it yesterday or was it the day before, asking for a PR bond?
Monday.
Asking me to give you a PR bond. Do you think that was a good idea to give you a PR bond?
Are we looking at the history?
I
Okay,
have never, ever once appeared on your own here when we give you a PR bond. Every case that we have with you sits at around 10,004, 10,005, because you never appear. When you come to court, good things happen. Do you understand? If you ever need help, if you need a place to sleep, if you need food to eat, if you need a cell phone or tablet, anything you need, all you have to do is come and ask, and we will bend over backwards to help you in any way that we can. But when you continually fail to appear, you become a flight risk, and we just can't trust you. So he came to me asking for this PR bond. I laughed because I know if I give you one, like little wings on a bird, bye, you just don't come. Next time, if you pick up a case, come and we'll help you with whatever you need. I don't care what it is. Anything you want, I'll give you. You want treatment, you want help, anything. You now stand charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 12 days that you've done. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Ms. McCoy. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. You know, you've spent the better part of the last 4 years in and out of custody for one thing or the other. Before you know it, 20 years will have passed and you will end up in such a bad place. You're going to look like the things on the street that you'd never think that you would be if you continue at the rate that you are. You need a change before you really do some damage that you can't crawl out of. How do you plead to the criminal trespass? Guilty or not guilty? That's all right. You know what we're doing, right?
Do you want me to talk to her for a moment? I don't.
No.
Okay.
I mean, your plea, you know what we're doing? We're doing a plea for guilty, right?
Mm.
Is this what you want to do?
yes, sir.
All right. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Come back next time. All right, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.